let's get started with the show. Does this sound like a good plan? How's lunch? I made it. No, but I will be collecting your leftovers. No, they actually brought me a piece of pie here, which is really quite nice. Look at this. This is my lunch right there. That's nice. Looks healthy, doesn't it? No. But it is mine. So I've got a piece of pie, and we'll be doing some of that. We'll be showing you some iPhone stuff, and I got some other cool gadgets up here, giving away some prizes at the end. But let's see some of the stuff that folks have brought with them. Let me start over here. Joey Loman. Oh, by the way, for those of you who are going, you have no idea what order in which these will be picked, because I have no idea in what order they'll be picked. But come up here with me, Joey. By the way, I have a Windows laptop here with a Windows system error, and I think that's just its way of saying hi. But the slides still run, right? We can turn those off later. All right, so tell people who you are.
My name is Joey Loman.
And whatever is it you've got right there?
Well, what I have here is a what I call a stick stand. Do we have any cigar smokers in the room? Yeah, a few. Awesome. This is a clever little device that holds your cigar. Clips over the rim of your glass, so you can have a hand free. And if you have to get up and take a phone call or something, you just leave it right in there, and it will hang on to it for you. It keeps it vertical so it won't burn as fast. And we're modeling a Southern by the Grace of God cigar today. If you haven't had one, go for it. It's awesome.
Look at you, just pitching two things at once, man. How's that work? So, now, what brought you to this? Because I know, well, first off, you've clearly got a cigar habit. I've got that part figured out. And I see it clipped. It's on a glass that's got the name of some liquor on it. So I'm thinking you've got another problem there as well. But you know, I knew this because you told me a little bit ahead of time you were doing this. But I mean, I know that you previously worked for the folks at the Kaufman Foundation. But one of your things was, how do I go out and build a business, right? So your thing was, how can I invent a thing and go off and get it commercialized?
Right, yeah, after a long stream of spectacular failures in entrepreneurship, a couple of years ago I decided, well, I'm going to try this again. And my New Year's resolution that year was to sell a business, which put me in a strange position because I didn't have a business. So I went through the entire process of building a company with the intent to sell it, which included a business plan, coming up with intellectual property, funding it, patents, trademarks, all of the things that you do to create a business with intent to sell it. And this is a newly patented and trademarked widget, and I'm short, right now I'm at the stage for production, manufacturing and production. So I'm short a production run and a set of financials, and it's all for sale.
Perfect. I like it. I like the whole idea of going out and making a thing happen. And so, and this might actually even hold my cigar on my drink, if should I ever decide to drink while I smoke a cigar.
Yes, and if anyone is interested in contributing to this project, we'll be starting a crowdfunding exercise soon, and you can check that out at stickstand.com, STICSTAND.com, and if you would like to participate in the cigar industry.
I'm already participating, by the way, in the cigar industry, but I might be helping you out as well. But very cool. Thanks a lot. Oh, wait a second. I have a round of applause would be good. I was going to say I have a little something here for you. It must be this little something, just for coming up here and presenting to us.
Thank you very much.
All right. Thanks a lot. A round of applause for Joey Loman. How about the sharp guys? You got a cool something up here. Now I'd like to see what this thing is that you've got up here. Look at this. I think it's a TV, right?
Yeah, big TV. That's what it is. I'm going to have a compatriot come up here. My name is Mark Hudson, and we know Phil. Everybody give Phil a big hand of applause. Phil is living proof that you get paid for doing this.
I thought you were going to say nothing, but thanks.
Anyway, no. What we have here is everybody knows today that business communication is really cross-platform. You know, you have software systems that communicate. You have people who still do communicate and all. What we have is an interactive whiteboard. And with no other further ado, I'm going to let Mr. Kurt Von Berg demonstrate a little bit of that for you.
Thanks very much. Again, I'm Kurt Von Berg, and I'm just going to show you just a couple things to kind of pique your interest on this. And again, this is another way for communication. Basically, what you see is you've got, this is a 60-inch monitor. It actually has a PC behind it. It's on a stand. It's on a movable stand. And this is a great product for anybody that's doing training, education. It's unlimited. A little bit like the iPad 2. It does so much that obviously I can't show you all right now. I'm just going to kind of show you the general idea of it. And then afterwards, we're going to stay for a couple minutes afterwards and invite anybody to come on up and take a look at it, and you can mess around with it yourself. But again, it's basically a whiteboard, and I've already kind of preset some things up. And this is a whiteboard right up here, and obviously somebody's already wrote something on it. We've got an action plan right here. We got Phil, more Gsatc, remarks now. I can pull up different sheets. A calendar, if I want to fill one of the calendar. I've got meeting, and it's got a pen software which we can mark up a document. I can do, and I'm kind of doing this from the side, so it's a little bit tough, but you can write on the document itself. You can mark up the document. Great thing about this is I can save any of my documents. I know a lot of times today with the traditional whiteboards, people are writing on it, they take their phone, they take a picture of it, and everybody saves it. Now this is an opportunity, once you finish with your product, I can print it instantly from here, I can save it, I can email it to anybody that's builders here, and you've got building plans or wide format, engineers, you can scan those documents on this. And it's a great way to mark up your documents. It's an overlay, you can save them, you don't have to save them, but it's a different way to communicate with this device. I can bring up a whiteboard, I can take any other type of picture, product, bring it up, I can mark it up in different colors, any way that you want it, I can move it, again, print it, scan it, get it to all interested parties. But again, I really invite you to come up afterwards and get a closer look, and we can go a little bit more detail with it on you.
Very cool. All right, round of applause. Good, it's fine. You go.
This, by the way, is our baby product. This is for small boardrooms, conference rooms, and things like that. This is a 60-inch. We go into a 70-inch already currently, and in January, we're actually kicking into the 80-inch monitor also. So we've already been told by several clients that they said once the 80-inch, all Promethean boards and projectors are kind of passe. I mean, when you can show a video, you can show a whiteboard and all the different technologies that you want to on one medium, this soon becomes the one thing that are in conference rooms. Thank you very much for your attendance today.
Can I play with this? So, first of all, I don't know, let's see. I like the idea that I can take this very big, very expensive monitor and pretend it's a chalkboard. There, that's all. That's about the only way I could write it that you could read it, by the way. Very cool, though. And so, I guess to erase it, you just... No? Look at that. You can tell the sales guy gets up right away. No. Don't touch it, Phil. Very good. Thanks to the guys from Shark. Round of applause. And I'm sorry for what I'm doing to your microphone. I just realized I'm thumping it with my fingers, all kinds of stuff. I can't, who knows what the video is going to look like from this. Let's see, what else have we got here today? Who wants to talk? John, did you bring your Swiffer?
I did not. I have an iPhone 4.
You have an iPhone 4 that you'd like to talk about. You know, we had a guy present a Zoom 2 years in a row here, by the way. And the thing is, he could still do that same Zoom. It would still be like leading edge in the Zoom world. I love this. There are people saying, Zoom? What's that? What's a Zoom? Where's Doug come? Doug, you got something for us, don't you? All right, come up here and talk to me. I'm trying to figure out, wait, your shirt probably says Pantheon. And it's because Greek gods and goddesses, that kind of stuff.
It's a Drupal thing.
It's Drupal.
Yeah. So this is the newest iPad. You can't get these on store shelves yet. It's the
There's probably a reason for that.
It's the South Carolina model. This is actually wood. If you missed that story,
I think you're having one on me here, but okay. Oh, this is the one that I can buy in a Spartanburg parking lot.
for $180, yeah.
I remember now. And so this is what they look like?
Well, this is actually improved. This is the 2.0 of that version. So battery life? Yes, better battery life. The screen is actually a whiteboard. So you can dry erase it. The dry erase paint has not cured yet, so I will not demo it for you. This is also my own personal 1.0 of a 2.0, and so it does not have the logo stenciled on the back like it will when it's finished. But, yeah.
Wait, are you going to put an apple on the back of it?
Yes,
Someone's going to have something to say about that.
I'm sure they will, but it's a gift. This is my handmade Christmas gift for some friends this year. So.
You don't strike me as an Apple guy, just to come around to it. I mean, I don't see you. You don't have like an iTunes account, do you?
Yeah.
You do?
I have everything. Come on.
And what's in your... So, can I get iTunes on this?
Well, if you wanted to.
I'm just kind of trying to figure out what that might look
It might
like.
take you a while to draw it out, but
It's like the very opposite of cloud computing.
yes.
Yeah, I'm a little concerned about it and you,
But
by
I
the way.
guarantee you will never have to change the batteries.
Yeah, I like that part of it right away. Hold on a second. I think I've got something for you in my pocket. Maybe I didn't put it in my pocket. Hold on a second. I got a present for you. Look, there's $10 to the Apple Store. Get you sell some iTunes on that thing, would you? All right. .com. Look, I know these guys have some cool toys up here. The Verizon guys always show up with all kinds of neat stuff. You got something to show? Who's doing it, Michael? Is it you or Chip or both? Or maybe we'll start with Michael and come back to Chip? I don't know.
You got a giant piece of pie, don't
You It's really, do not call that a giant piece of pie. It's a very small piece of pie.
That's a slab of pie.
It's nothing. It's not. Yep, unplug that. Yep. We'll go with this. This is really cool, by the way, just to kind of set Michael up a little bit. Probably a lot of you have never heard of PowerPoint before. So mass is soporific. I just wanted to use that word, by the way. But it's the easiest way to take 125 people and put them into a deep trance. Look, oh, I want one of those.
You will. In a minute.
Well, except for, it looks like there's a guy running on it, and I want no part of that.
Hello, everybody. I'm Michael with Verizon. All right, what we're going to talk about today is this little thing that kind of looks like a watch, but, well, I guess it technically is a watch because it doesn't keep time, but kind of does everything else. This is the Motorola Active, or Moto Active. You can see ACT, and then they throw a V on there to be clever. So, looks like this, basically a little tiny, we've all seen little iPod, shuffle-looking type player. This kind of takes it to the next level, and this is specifically a Motorola product, obviously Verizon, but this is their deal. It's really cool. What it can do is, just like anything else, plays music too. You can load up music, do all that sort of thing. Also has integrated GPS, and has accessories too. We'll get to the accessories in just a second here, where I can pair it with other things. Things like turn it into a watch, which is pretty cool, wear on your wrist with a wrist strap, mount it to your bike, stick a sports armband on there, and it comes with headphones there. Where it takes it to the next level actually is integrated GPS, elevation, everything like that. You can pair it with a heart rate chest strap that's coming soon, or special earphones that will actually do your heart rate as well. That would be pretty cool if it was just that. But it kind of goes more than that. Able to pair with devices. So it can pair to your smartphones and use that as a data connection for it as well. allowing you to sync up your information after you get done with your run. And the great thing about this, I'm going to have you hold this microphone for a second, is that once you've got it all set up and you want to take a look at what you've been doing, and hopefully you've actually been running or working out if you're going to buy this and invest that money. But
if it's okay, will it measure your trips back and forth to the fridge?
In your case, I think it may, yes.
That was not nice, was it? Michael just threw me under the bus, right like that. See, with no trouble. Look.
So if you want to take a look at your trips to the fridge, and if the fridge is 4 miles away, you can take a look there on Saturday. And I hate to say it, I don't want to lie, I actually didn't do the running for this, but someone worked very hard to put some data in here for us. So she did a 4-mile run on Saturday. We can take a look at that. And this is a complete hosted portal that they give you with all this information. You can take a look at how your trip actually was. You got a little tired right there. You get a map of where you actually run. Nobody go try and find what that is, but you get a map of where you ran from and to, and then you start getting really cool things like, and this takes it to the next level. The music you put on there, it's all in the system, so I can actually see which songs I ran faster to, and then over time the device learns and it knows which songs you work out to better. So you actually get smartness kind of built in, and it's all on a hosted platform. Really cool device. And then when you're all done, you can take a look and be like, boy, I feel like I worked out hard today. Figure out exactly all the information, and then if you tie it to like a chest strap, you even get your heart rate, everything like that. So total system, really cool. I will say it's not free. It's $250 right now for the little box, and then you can purchase the other accessories. But if you're going to buy something that has GPS, that has all those things together, and you run or you bike, it's also got cycling mode. You can even put it on treadmill mode, elliptical, all these cool sort of things. Definitely worth it. Chip Ferguson's going to talk just for a quick second, or bring this device over here. The newest tablet we have out. We just figured we'd bring this and show.
Let's take a breath between the two of these for a second, okay? We're not in that big a hurry. No, we're going to do the chip thing. But so I can stick this thing on my wrist.
You can.
You know, they say that if you measure stuff, you'll do more of it. But I can probably prove that wrong with this. But great little display on it. So it wasn't you that did all the running, you say?
No, it was not.
And now the music is coming out of this as well?
Yeah, so the music's coming out of that as well, and then the headset. Yep. And you can pair it to Bluetooth headset. They even sell accessories that actually, your stereo Bluetooth headset you can pair it to. You can pair it through your phone as well and use the headset, and that way if you get a call, it will pause it, and you can take your calls as well. So if you run with your phone, you can do it that way. Pretty much just all works together.
That's awesome. Who in this room would put that on their Christmas list? Check that out.
Yeah.
Very cool. I knew you look awfully healthy over there. Thank you, by the way, for yes. Was it your run, by the way, that they got? No?
It's got one special feature I didn't talk about, is if you use the headphones, it actually sends signals into your brain that makes you want to run more. Unintended sort of part of it.
Be sure not to put them on backwards.
Yeah, that's what they call off-label use for that.
Very, very good. Round of applause for Michael Paulson. Nice job. Very good job. All right, so tag team here. Chip Ferguson's got, what is it you got?
So this is our new Gsatc board, or if you just read it, XY board, but they're calling it Gsatc board. We've got 2 new tablets that came out by Motorola. There's a 10.1-inch screen and a around 8-inch screen, a smaller version. Very similar to what you've seen. The Zoom tablet's pretty popular at this point. This comes straight out with 4G built in, obviously. It's a lot thinner than the existing Zoom. It's a lot lighter than the existing Zoom. So it's kind of the next rendition. One additive that's come for the 10-inch screen. Everybody remember the Trios? Remember Trios, Palm Trios? You remember those? Mm-hmm. Can anybody tell me, what was that thing you used to pull out of the top corner of the Trios? Stylus, right? So those, how many years ago was that? That's been dozens. Yeah, it's a few years, right? Well, guess what? we're back to the stylus. So you actually do have the stylus capability built in on this tablet. Now, it's not digressing in technology. What we see, especially in the business world, is the touch has come very, very helpful for tablets nowadays, but we've got a lot of service technicians and a lot of things that they want to be able to literally take signatures on contracts using their tablets and get rid of paper completely. So this enables the ability to be able to hand a pen to somebody, say, here, sign your form, submit it, be done, and stay completely paperless, and then you don't have to add any paper or any extra to it. So we'll have all of these over here at the table. Definitely come take a look.
That's very cool. All right, so I haven't had a chance to play with this yet. In fact, I didn't even know that was what was going to be in your hand today. But from the sideboard, I mean, like you said, we've seen a bunch of these, the other tablets that have been out. What's different here? What are they doing? I see the stylus component. That's obviously not what the big difference is. I mean, what are they trying to tell us?
Well, I mean, it's really, like I said, it's really the next rendition of the 4G tablets from Motorola that we're seeing. So the Zoom was the first in it. Let's just be honest, the thing's thick and it's heavy, and it was a nice lug to carry around. So this is a lot smoother, improved graphics, higher processors, higher speed. They do actually have 16, 32, and 64 gig models of this device. So that's one of the first tablets we've seen that's actually got 64 gig capability.
Yeah, and now, again, I haven't had a chance to play with it, but I'm just sort of looking over your shoulders. You're playing with it. It looks very fast. I mean, the screen is, of course, great in this room. What can you talk to about battery life?
Battery life is a lot better than what we saw on the Zoom, surprisingly. They've got and here's a nice advantage. So if anyone's got a Zoom or played with it, you notice the Zoom had that proprietary little pin plug-in for the charger. They have went back and actually put the micro USB charger plug now, so you can say it's a very slow charge if you wanted to try to use your car charger, but you can actually plug your car charger in the same one you plug your phones up to recharge the battery. But the battery does last a good bit longer. I've seen a pretty good increase out on it, I'm not going to say.
Very cool. Very cool. Round of applause. Good, Michael. Thank you. And you guys are going to hang around for a little bit after the show as well, right?
We are. We also repurpose this battery.
Oh yeah, we're going to give away. Is that what we're going to give away today?
It is pretty sweet.
Motorola lap dock. Wow, that's a cool thing. I get to play with that.
We didn't want to spend a lot of time talking about it, but we do, as far as at the end here, we are going to give away a lap dock for anybody that has a Motorola type device, and you can connect that and basically turn your smartphone into a netbook. Pretty great. So
It is awesome, by the way. I did get a chance to play with one of those and review it, and I thought that was very clever, very nicely done. All right, again, round of applause for these guys. And I'll tell you one other thing. There is no question that you could ask about Verizon or smartphones that these guys don't know. So I want you to come up here and try to stump them after the thing, because they're my go-to guys when you need high-tech stuff. Anyway, thanks again. So listen, they showed you some really cool tech stuff. Let me show you something that's a little bit ridiculous. Have you seen one of these?
No. That's wrong.
All right, somebody here knows my number. Call me.
That's just too dirty. You want me to call you?
Go ahead, John. John, call the number. Me. Richard, you hold me. Help me hold that phone there for a second. And if you'll see,
303 or 513?
call 303, because it'll go right to the phone. And, of course, you'll get to hear Green Onions or something as my ringback tone.
Went straight to voicemail.
It's ringing. Hi, Phil Yanov here. Someone else got a hold of it.
Who was the guy? Sorry. You're here.
Oh, so it is.
Tony, wouldn't it be cool to be riding down the road like this?
Yeah, till they change the law.
This thing works great. So, a couple of things. It's a Pop. The name of the company that makes it is called Pop. That was probably dubbed, right? Anyway, the thing is called the Pop, and it's got a microphone and a headphone. Of course, you can hear, you can talk. It's got a button in it for picking up and hanging up the calls. It's right there in the middle of the handset, just like that.
So as you're grabbing the phone, you turn it off.
Plastic or rubber rod?
And it is. You have to feel this, right? It feels better than the classic old phone handset because it's rubberized on the outside. Now, I happen to have a red rotary phone on my desk at the office, and I pulled the handset off of it, and I laid this on top of it. Now, this is not a perfect color match, but anyway, so I laid this on top of it, and then I just laid my iPhone down underneath the old rotary phone, and I could take calls at my desk, just like this. Isn't that cool? So here's one other thing, by the way. I mean, because we all like gags. I mean, this is a gag, right? I think it's $30 retail, $20. I bought this one at Staples for $20. But everyone I've talked to says this is the best handset they've ever heard me on. Right? It is better than my wired headset. It is better than my Bluetooth thing that I use in the car that I use all the time. So I actually keep this in the car now just so I can drive down the road. And, yeah, I'm cool. Anyway, you can be cool for $20. Pop is the name of the company that does it. Isn't that kind of cool? So since it's just you and me, no one's here, no one else is here, my wife, I take this thing home and I show it to her and I said, "This is nuts. This is so cool." And she looks at it and she says, "I want one." So she's got an iPhone 4, and we have 2 small kids. So I bought her, by the way, I bought her the pink version of this handset, and they have one in a perfect, pure ladies' shirt style pink, or Cameron. But could wear that. But I could never wear that. But anyway, a perfect pink one, and I bought her the life-proof case to match. So I've got a pink case. And I don't have one to show. Does anybody in the room actually have a life-proof case with them? Have their iPhone in a life-proof? I know several people. I've met several people who actually have one. And if you haven't seen one of these, by the way, and sorry that I don't have mine here to show you today because I didn't want to have to unwrap it for the bride. It is a waterproof, impact-proof case. They only make them for the iPhone. But if you go to the website, I think it's lifeproof.com or lifeproof.net or something like that, they show a woman bowling with her iPhone. She's actually rolling it down a blacktop sidewalk with this case. And then they have the video on the whole time, and they're actually showing the video side by side of them doing it and of what the phone sees as it's going down. If that's not gross enough, she takes it into a burger joint, she drops mayonnaise and mustard onto it, and then washes the phone off in a beer. All the while, the phone's video camera is on, and you can actually see it and see what the phone sees while all this is happening. So I hope they make these things for Android phones and stuff as well. But right now, all they're making them for is iPhones and iPads. But it's really, truly phenomenal. And so I thought, well, we'll have one of those at home.
Say the name again, Phil.
And that is a life-proof case. So if you got at the moment, if you've got an iPhone, that's an awfully cool thing to have. I got to play around with those a couple times. All right, who else is on my list for today? You're not raising your hand, are you, Ashley? Did you have something in here? No. I know there's another one. And like I promised you, I just lost the list walking in the door, so you're going to have to tell me. Confess, confess, confess. I'm going to show you 2 cool things. And then we'll give away some prizes and do some other things, by the way. Maybe I'll find that other list. This, by the way, if you're a nerd, you will love this. I bought this in a pack of 3. What is that for? Someone's got it. Because everything we plug into the wall has a transformer on it that won't plug in the wall. Doesn't. And so this actually is just a little extension cord to get it away from your power tap, right? So you can plug the big fat transformer into it. They sell these in like packs of 3 for a few bucks. But here's the thing. When I bought it, I thought, well, that's kind of cool. It solves my transformer problem because we have tons of transformers. I got to get away. But the thing I liked better about this, and look, this is something the nerds in the room will go about. It's got a light in it. That's right. So I find myself in bars, in other places all the time, trying to plug our stuff up, our audio equipment, and we don't know if the outlet is good or not. I mean, and all kinds of crazy things can go wrong. There's a lamp in it to let me know that the outlet is good, and I don't have to worry about my equipment when I plugged it in. So I plug it in, I get the outlet tested, and I get my stuff away from the wall. So I just took all of my audio gear, I bought a pile of these, and I put all my audio gear, and it's all got all one of these in it on the front end of it. And that way I can actually find out if the outlet is good as I'm hooking up. Pretty nerdy, huh? Yeah, I knew you'd like that. I got these at Kmart, I think. I picked them up in there. All right, one of the things I want to do today, by the way, Popka, did you bring something to demo?
No.
Come here. Anyway. You know that you were supposed to bring something to demo.
It's in the car. Classified.
Listen, I've done all the package jokes we can do. But one of the things I did want to do here is to say thank you. Cameron's one of our inspirations here over the course of the year, and if he has done some cool stuff for us and helped us out in some very neat ways, and I just appreciate his friendship and inspiration. So I wanted to tell you that while I was telling him that.
Wow, thank you.
Anybody else? Should we give a prize away? Can we give something away? I like that lapdog. Madeline, I don't have the fishbowl. Do you have the fishbowl with you? All right, if you have not put a card in the fishbowl, hold that card up and Madeline will help you grab that. So listen, we're going to give away a laptop. We're going to give away a Kindle Fire. We're going to give away some destruction, by the way. Brent Damia just brought us, by the way. If you haven't, in fact, while we're waiting for a second, where's Brent? Where's Brent? Come talk to me for a second. I know we've done this before, but we're going to talk about this today. So if you're like me, you probably have lots of computers home with old hard drives on it loaded with naughty photos that you're trying to get rid of. Okay, that's not the case, right? But Brent, tell me what you do.
We help companies destroy electronics, and particularly hard drives. There's lots of data on there that people don't want, whether that's your company doesn't want it exposed or you personally. Everybody's got something they don't want the public to know.
So you just make hard drives, and when I say make them go away, they don't really go away. You end up with a nice little jar of hard drive stuff here.
It is the anniversary commemorative edition of the gift jar for this time of year.
Wow.
Perfect. I mean, this is so much better than preserves. It's like the opposite of preserves, come to think of it.
It really is. It is.
That was good, by the way. Let it go for a second. Let that sink in. It's the opposite of preserves. So I had to say it again. I'm still laughing, by the way, whether you are or not. So anyway, we're going to give something away. What are you giving away?
When I come to this lunch every month, I see my brothers in the room in technology, and I worry because I know that everybody in here has a storage room that's full of computers that you need to do something with. That's too much for you to load up for your employees to send anywhere to do anything with. And I worry about you guys. And I'm trying to help you clean out your storage room. So what we decided to do was to offer Phil the chance to give away up to 50 computers we'll come pick up for you, recycle them for you, of course, correctly, demanufacture them. And then as a special treat, we'll also destroy these hard drives for you while you watch. You can even help if you'd like.
And what I thought would be cool is like to send it to someone else's business. Oh, that whole room full of stuff. They're not going to need any of that. So we're going to reach in and draw a destruction of up to 50. Pick a card, any card.
How about this one?
Oh, look, Phil Yanov. Now, how about Miles Nason? Miles, come on down. We're going to give you a gift certificate. And a jar of anti-preserves. All right. Very good. Congratulations. Thanks a lot, Frank.
Thank you, Phil.
Miles, I might have a couple of things I need to bring by your house. We'll bring it over. Make sure you have no more than 48 of your own computers is all I'm trying to say. One of the things we're going to give away today is a Kindle Fire. But has anybody played with any of the other new Kindles that are out there? This is the Kindle Touch. Have you seen this yet? This is the Kindle without the keyboard. No? No. Do you care? Would you care? Who owns one of these besides me? Oh man, do not make me the sole nerd here. Awkward.
Did you buy it, Phil?
I did buy it. I'm taking you off my Christmas card. Andrew, as a matter of fact, while we're standing here talking about you, come here. Andrew comes to our Tech After Fives. He comes to Gsatc lunch. Andrew, did you come to Gadgetfest last year?
I did.
Do you remember that?
I do. I got the golden ticket.
Did you? Was that last year Gadgetfest?
That was last year Gadgetfest. It was my first luncheon.
Well, there's a thing that you did not know, and that a few people in the room do know, but you did not know.
Okay.
And that was this year when I went to get my business cards done. You see that card?
Mm-hmm. Oh,
Look who's on the back of my business card.
indeed. Me. And Phil. Talking, chatting.
So what I did was, this year I decided that I've met so many interesting and fun people over the course of the year, and we've had photographers around taking pictures, that my business cards all have pictures of different people that I've met at our events. And in fact, I think Milton's on one of them. I think on one of the cards. I know Ashley's on the card. I know that Russ is on a card that we've done. But a couple of these were from Gadgetfest last year, so I am taking you off my card next year, but this year you can be on there. All right, I got a couple of nerdy gifts that we're going to give away here. Because, we're just that way. Let's reach in here. What have we got? Max Cochran. And conveniently located. Now, I want you to stand here. I want us all to appreciate what Max has won, by the way. Max, you hold the bag. Let me reach in there for a second and show everybody, because this is you, if ever there was. A Stormtrooper mug full of candies. You're quite welcome. Thanks, Max, for coming. Merry Christmas. Let's see if we can do that again. I think Nigel would like that too, wouldn't he? Who's this? Lisa Canada.
Oh, Lisa Canada.
What Canada? Which is it? There's a song with that about that. What is that? What is it? Can't remember the name of it. Oh, I got it. Oklahoma every night. All right, you have also won a prize. I'm going to let you just reach in there and pull that out and show everybody, by the way, because they just won't believe me on how cool we are. Darth. I am not your father. Thank you. Thanks for coming. Thanks for being here.
Water only.
Let's take this back in there. What else are we giving away today? Giving away a lapdog, aren't we? Could we reach in there and do that? Michael, do you want to reach in? Ashley, who wants to reach in and grab a card out?
Sure.
Took him away from his angry birds.
Dig deep, he says.
Dig deep.
You want something good in there?
Jessica Moss.
Jessica Moss. And you're in a droid house. So we were going to bring you up here so that everybody can say hi to you. And then he says they're going to actually ship this to you. So we're just going to take your card. So anyway, you can shake hands, get to know each other. Michael, Jessica. She's taken. So it's not bad. As you can tell. All right. Round of applause for Jessica. I wanted to show you one other gadget that I brought with me. This is my toy this year. Has anybody ever seen one of these before? This is the Korg Chaosilator. There's one other nerd in the room. So this basically is an electronic instrument. And this is a thing that I just used mostly to play with. I'm trying to figure out a sentence here that doesn't come out wrong. But anyway, to entertain myself. That's not what I wanted to say, but it's the way it came out, wasn't it? So basically, it's a little instrument, and you play across the instrument. And I'm going to hook it up here to the sound so you can actually hear it play.
Welcome to the Phil Show.
That's how it's
There are 100 instruments that are built into the device, and some of them actually sound like real instruments, like, not that one. So there's chords, and there are instruments in here that sound like video games. You can do all that there. Or, I mean, it sounds like a standard set. Was that bongos, right? And you can actually sit here and play the bongos if you wanted to do it. But the neat thing about the way this works is you can record loops and then take the loops and build on top of them. So one instrument after the other. So I'm going to give you a really terrible demonstration of that here. Just going to show you.
I got this all pumpkin got some acid.
Awesome. Pizza Man's here.
Don't applaud or I'll do it again. So that device cost me about $150. That's not your question, is it?
No, I was going to say there's also an iPad and an iPhone app that do the same thing.
So you're going to like just you're going to miss me up right here, right? So what I was about to say to you was, so I got that device on for Father's Day this past year because that's this thing I'd always really wanted, and I like the fact that I can take it with me, do whatever. And now it is available as an app for the iPhone for $10. And not only is it, I mean, you can see everything and you can show people why you're playing with it. But I mean, you can, you can record the songs and save them out to SoundCloud, and you can copy and paste into other things. You can take them and move them over to GarageBand. So I was going to say, I can figure out how to buy a $150 musical toy for $10. And it's the Gsatc, which is available in the iTunes store. And by the way, it's beautiful on both the iPhone and the iPad. If you have the iPad, you can see the big screen on it and do all kinds of cool stuff with it. And it has hundreds of instruments as well as other kinds of recorded loops and stuff in it. But it's a very cool thing. And like I said, if you find yourself just sort of wanting to find some way to entertain yourself, this is something I've played around with and I like an awful lot. And you can buy a Gsatc for $10. So here you go. How's that? That is kind of cool, isn't it? All right, so we give away a dock, and I got one more thing to give away, and that brings us right up on the hour, I think. Right? Yep. Right at 1 o'clock. First off, by the way, I think we're going to send a nice round of thanks, by the way, to the folks at Sharp. Lovely demo. And of course, Verizon over here. They've got all kinds of cool toys. There's a table full of toys up here, by the way. Come up and talk to them as well. And we got some other stuff. Let me see. Well, actually, before I give away this Kindle, is there anything else up here I'm supposed to give away? Oh, talk about a non-prize. This is it. So, Star Wars technology, this is our last non-prize, if you will. Reach in here, grab away. Another fondness of mine. Ken Flournoy, my friend Ken. And if you would just show everybody, this is Phil's softer side. Elvis, a gift of Elvis, Pez dispensers. Absolutely. You're a winner, no matter what that prize says about you. Okay, so this is my bet, right? We're going to weigh a big prize of our Gadgetfest. We've been here all year, so this is my chance to say thank you to you guys. We've talked to more people. We've touched more people. We've done more in a year than we ever thought was possible. We've got this event in Greenville, Columbia, Charleston, Charlotte. We've got stuff going on all over. And quite frankly, we couldn't do it without you. So thank you for helping us make this thing do. A round of applause for you. And by the way, you would not get all of these emails in the timely fashion that you do. You would not get, I think about you an awful lot, but if I didn't have Madeline, we wouldn't actually talk to you on a regular basis. And Madeline is sitting here in the back. I've got Madeline to stand up. And she brings order to our chaos, and that's a good thing for me. Okay, we're going to give away a Kindle Fire. And by the way, you guys can hang out here as long as you'd like. One thing I remind you of is what? We're on the radio next week? No, we're not. We moved for December only. We're on the December 28th instead of the 21st. So listen to us on the radio. We'll send you an email about it. And we're in Columbia tonight. We're in Greenville next week. We're in Charleston next week. We're at Tech After 5. Come join us. All right, here we go. Jennifer Knoll is the winner of a Kindle Fire. And you know what? It's not even a gift certificate. It's an actual Kindle Fire due, and in this case, to the fact that my wife gets things ordered on time. So, congratulations. Enjoy it. And we have to give a demo to us here. No, but not now. Next year. All right. Round of applause. Thanks for coming out. Thanks for playing with us. Thanks for helping us do that thing that we do. We are delighted to do it with you. See you next year.